righty, and welcome to another edition of Just a Couple Guys Talking Football. Week 4, the P's with PJ and Tate. Here we go. Tate, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, PJ. Yeah, it's going fast. We're already at week 4. Got a doubleheader on Monday night too. I totally forgot do you know why they keep doing all these doubleheaders? This late in the season? I know they do usually week 1, but
yeah, it's kind of funny. I think they're kind of trying to, in a way, look at to see if this is a viable option kind of moving forward, have two games every on Monday. And I don't know if it is a viable option, if you will, but the main thing is the only thing is if they overlap, then it doesn't run too late. But if they don't overlap, one of these games is finishing at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, super late.
Night.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I like it. So
yeah, I don't really know either. I didn't stay for example, 2 weeks ago, I didn't stay up for the Chargers Raiders game, if you will.
No.
I watched the Tampa Bay Houston game, but then after that just kind of fell off. Now, speaking of records, Tate, you were 9-7 last week against the money line. I was 10-6. We both had a historical showing against the spread. I was 6-10. You were 4-12. And over under, you had actually a very promising 9-7, and I was 6-10 again. So, folks, I hope you don't use this for gambling purposes, just for entertainment purposes only. That's all I got to say.
I think we're going to get better. Week 1, we were, or week 2, we were pretty good. So, yeah, they'll come around. We kind of, like I said on our last show, I knew right after I picked him the Raiders was a bad move, and picking the Patriots was a bad move. So I knew those two were right off the bat were a little rough. But
well, you know what? That's why there's always another week, because we're only, like you said, we only are going to get better or possibly worse. But either way, it's going to be a fun ride. All right, so let's start off with the game tonight. The Seattle Seahawks, the upstart Seattle Seahawks, if you will, against the Arizona Cardinals. We got the Cardinals getting points at home on this one, Tate. What is your thought process on this?
I think isn't it at Arizona?
It's at Arizona, yeah.
I got Seattle minus 1.5. Totals 43.5. Is that what you got?
Yeah, 43.5.
Seattle's gotten points, yeah. I think Seattle's a better team, and I think they're going to win. I think they got a better quarterback. That's about it. I think it's going to be close. It's a divisional game. I don't think Kyle Murray's really doing too much right now. So, to me, the better quarterbacks with the Seahawks, and this is where you start to see that the better quarterback usually that team will win when it's close like this.
All right, so separation. So you're taking the over or the under on the 43.5?
I'm going to take the over.
All right, I like it. A little bit of Thursday night fireworks, which is something that we would probably like to see, because I have the feeling that these Thursday games are going to go downhill. Yeah. I'm going Seattle as well. Seattle minus 1.5. I will say this was a tough pick, because I thought Arizona might actually do something in this game. So I could totally see it going the other way. I am going to keep the score lower, though, under 43.5. I just think that Arizona's the way that Arizona likes to play is keep the score low. All right, so we're going to roll right into Sunday. Now, Sunday morning, very early for all of us, I think 7:30 your time, Tate, 8:30 mine, is the Minnesota Vikings visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers in Ireland.
Dublin, yeah.
Yeah, so what do you think of this game? Tate, technically the Pittsburgh's a home team, but they're getting 2.5.
Yeah. I'm taking it. Yeah, I think the better quarterback's Aaron Rodgers. I know what we've been talking about. The Steelers have it this year. Is there something off with them? I think the Steelers are going to win. And I think it's going to be close. I think Minnesota's going to cover the spread. I think it's going to be a very close game.
Ooh, very close.
And and for the I got them over 40.5.
Yeah. Here's the deal. I like Pittsburgh to win too. Minnesota played out of their minds last week, but a lot of fluky things that Cincinnati did. We had a strip fumble for a recovery for a touchdown. We had a pick six. I don't know if Minnesota can sustain that. Now, Carson Wentz did look better with Minnesota, or Minnesota looked better with Carson Wentz. Pittsburgh's got some mojo going a little bit with Rodgers. Yeah, they had that bad game against Seattle. I don't know what happened there, but they played a really sound game against New England, held out enough to beat them. I think Aaron Rodgers gets the job done against Minnesota because I think he's used to it, and I think he also has a chip on his shoulder because in a way he wanted to go to Minnesota, if you remember.
Yeah.
So I'll take Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh plus the 2.5, and I'll take the over as well at 40.5. All right, next game. Ooh, big one for Jackson Dart in the Big Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Dart gets the debut against the Los Angeles Chargers. So Tate, Chargers are favored big time in this one, -6. What do you think?
And I think it's correct. I think the Chargers got this one. I like the spread with the Chargers at -6.5, and I'm gonna say over 43.5.
Okay.
This is gonna stink for Jackson Dart. This is a very good, very tough defense to play. However, it is an early game, and they do got to travel to New York, and a lot of these West Coast teams don't travel very good. But I think where the Chargers are at and where the Giants are at, and with the rookie quarterback, and that defense is going to make it hard on them. Chargers got this one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it was the right move for the Giants to go to Jackson Dart. We all know what Russell Wilson is, and what we've seen over the last 3 games is what Russell Wilson is. He just, guess what? He did really good against Dallas because Dallas let him throw the ball deep down the field.
Mm-hmm.
When the other teams did not, and guess what? He was bottled up and didn't look like anything. Jackson Dart's the right answer. Is this the right time? Yes. Is this the right team to play? Absolutely not. Chargers have a lot of sound things going. I know they used to never travel to the East Coast well. I think that's gone with Jim Harbaugh. I'm taking the Chargers too. I'm taking the Chargers -6. But I'm not going to believe in the Giants scoring that much, so I'm taking the under 43.5. I think you might see a game very similar to the Kansas City game this last week, like 20-something to 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, then we have the Cleveland Browns visiting the Detroit Lions. Cleveland not getting any respect from that win last week. They're getting 10 points.
Whew.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Tate, what do you think on this one?
Yeah, obviously the Lions are going to win this one. Browns defense is stingy. Their offense can't. I just think the Lions just have too many weapons, and they can run the ball, they can pass the ball. They're so complete, and I think last week was such a confidence booster with them. You know, they got so many moving parts with the new coaches that like I said last show, that the wrinkles are out. So Lions, obviously. I'm gonna take the Browns on the spread on this one.
Okay.
And this is probably wrong on this, but I just think with that Browns defense is a little stingy. But however, they will be on the field pretty a long time this game, that they're gonna get worn out. And then the over under, I'm gonna take the under of 44.5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I definitely think Detroit's going to win. My point being, I think that this is a classic letdown game for the Browns. This is a classic, hey, we beat a team miraculously, by a miracle last week. Shouldn't have even probably been involved in that game. Things rolled our way. I do think the defense is for real, but I do think Detroit is for real. I totally agree with you.
Question for you, PJ. Do you think this is a letdown game for the Lions, too?
There's that possibility, but the one thing that I'm going to say, trusting in the Detroit team to carry it through a little bit more, because they have both sides kind of built, the offense and the defense. Yeah. That's what I worry about with Cleveland is, I'm not worried about the defense having a letdown game. I'm worried about the offense having a letdown game. And they didn't necessarily have a huge, great game the last game, by the way. I mean, they've got Quinshon Judkins, who should probably be utilized more and more. Listen, all in all, this is not an easy game for Cleveland. That's what I think. And I think Detroit's starting to feel confident, especially with their schemes on both sides. Their defense, man, played lights out against Baltimore.
Yeah, Hutchinson, wow. I didn't even to me, we didn't really get into it last show, but God, just coming back from that broken leg as quick as he did and as powerful as he is right now, it's like, holy cow, did he recover quick. on that, because that was a nasty break. If you remember that, I remember like half of his tib fib was hanging down like that. It was gross. So yeah, and I'm rooting for the Lions this year in the NFC. I'd like to see Campbell get one. I know he's in your division and everything, but I just love how he coaches and what he's done there. So, but I was just wondering if you thought it was a letdown, just because, it's a big victory. They got things rolling. Oh, it's the Browns, even though the Browns are tougher than what their record indicates. But that's all I was just thinking.
My whole thing is there is that possibility because you're coming off of a short week too for Detroit. I just think that Detroit's offense will have too much going for it against Cleveland. Here's the deal. I know Detroit's offense didn't show up great against Green Bay. I think it's taken him a couple weeks to kind of get rolling. I mean, you got that 1-2 punch of Gibbs and Montgomery. It's going to be trouble. So I'm taking Detroit minus 10. I'm taking the under of 44.5 because I don't trust that. I don't trust that Cleveland offense. All right, next one. This one's for the ages, folks. Sure. We got the New Orleans Saints visiting the Buffalo Bills. I mean, I'm surprised that this one didn't get. I'm surprised that this one didn't get moved to Sunday night.
This one did get flexed, kind of like that Giants Chiefs game.
Yeah, that one was so amazing to watch. Listen, folks, I can't even really talk that much about this game.
Yeah.
Buffalo minus 15.5 is a lot. Take it. Because I think the Saints are in a free fall. And they fought hard the first couple games, but these last couple ones, it slowly started to kind of get away. They just went and got creamed up in Seattle. Now they're flying across country to go get creamed in Buffalo. Give me under 47.5 because I think this could be like a 30-10, much like when Buffalo beat the Jets a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I got nothing really to add on that. I agree with you. Yeah. Kellen Moore's got some work to do. And also, the Saints have been in cap hell basically since Sean left. And it's just they just need a complete retool, rebuild, rework their finances with their guys, just everything. It's like if I was them, I would start considering trading off like Alvin Kamara. Like, let's get some picks and let's frickin' see what we can get for some boys there for other teams.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, to be honest with you, they've been in cap heck ever since, Sean was there. They had problems when Sean was there. They were always robbing Peter to pay Paul on the salary cap. And yeah, I think that this is kind of the plan. I hate to say it, New Orleans fans, that just buckle up. This is going to be a long season. And this is coming, from a Bears fan that just won one game. So I totally understand.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, yes, start jettisoning some of the veterans, start playing some of the rookies, try to see what you've got so that when you're going to the board next year, you're like, these guys gone. These guys stay. Let's see what we can build. And possibly with the number one pick. You're probably going to have the number one pick.
Yeah. And the best teams usually do, you got to draft well. The best teams who have the best teams draft well and develop their players. So like when you got some good veterans on this Saints team, let's start trading them by the deadline. So
I mean, and if you're not making the calls already,
I'm sure they are.
I mean, they have to be back channeling some of these calls.
And guess who they're talking to?
Who's that?
Denver Broncos.
Oh, look out! I knew it was coming. Well, hold tight. That's not till Monday Night Talk.
Oh no, I'm not. No, hey, we're talking other teams.
All right, here we go. Philadelphia versus Tampa Bay. Probably one of the games of the day. Like this one a lot. Didn't know which way to go, but I'll tell you the one thing that scares me. Too many injuries piling up on Tampa Bay's side.
Yeah.
Ibuka looks great. Bucky Irving looks great. They're down 2 offensive linemen. Now Mike Evans is gone. Supposedly Chris Godwin's back. Oh, I don't know what to say. Tate, what you with all of that info, what do you think?
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Yeah, I don't know if Tampa matches up with how physical they are, because the Jets were running the ball pretty good on them last week, even early, and then it kind of, they let them back in and whatnot. But yeah, I'm with you. I got the Eagles.
Yeah.
I got the Eagles with the spread.
Ooh, okay.
And I also got I'm gonna say over 43.5.
I'm right with you, but one thing, I mean, I think the Eagles discovered their passing offense last week. Tampa does do decently against the run, but you're right, they didn't have a great time last week. I'll be honest, but the thing is, I'm going to take Philly to win, but I'm going to take Tampa to cover because they were so pesky late in the game that they're probably just going to lose by a field goal or something. I think they're going to be down at one point pretty big in this game, but I think they're going to fight back. So I'm going to see over 43.5 as well. Now, next up, we got the Washington Commanders visiting the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons went scoreless last game. Scoreless. Trouble with Michael Penix. Trouble with is Jaden Clayton? I didn't even see Jaden Daniels. I haven't heard any positive reports, but they do have the aforementioned from the last show, Marcus Mariota, ready to take on the world.
Yeah, and they did and we both not too big of fans of Cliff Kingsbury, but they did a good job of scheming the offense to Mariota's strengths, honestly. They did a good job. He runs pretty good, get him out of the pocket. He's not really a pocket passer. Yeah. So they did a good job with that. I don't know about Michael Penix Jr. It's kind of like my whole theory of what's going on with that rookie class. All of them are struggling right now. Obviously Jaden Daniels was hurt, but even before he was hurt, he wasn't the Jaden Daniels of last year, like you predicted, a sophomore slump. Mm-hmm. So I think let's see how he is by like week 10.
Yeah.
And see how he's doing. But I got the Commanders of this. I got the Commanders covering the spread. And I got an under of 44.5.
I'll tell you what, this show's not going to be very fun if we keep picking the same thing. Yeah. I'm with you. And I'll tell you what, the one thing that I'm further why I like the Commanders more than I like the Falcons is Dan Quinn and coaching the heck out of that team. And I'll be honest with you, impressive win against the Raiders. Even fought, the Raiders fought back a couple times in that game. They, Commanders had bad turnovers. The thing that Dan Quinn is better than Raheem Morris in my mind. And I don't know what happened to the Falcons last week, but to go in when you're favored against a division opponent and not put up any points it's troublesome. It's troublesome. And I know you're not necessarily the highest on Raheem Morris.
I'm not. I think he's a heck of a D coordinator. I just don't think he's a head coach. I don't understand some of these guys that get second chances when even their first time wasn't great. But sometimes coaches, well, that's how most coaches are. Their first time isn't. But I've just never been impressed with him. I think he's a good D coordinator. I think he's a good coach. Dan Quinn to me is a red hot coach right now. I think he's learned his time in Atlanta. I think he learned what not to do with the Dallas Cowboys. I was before they got Nathaniel Hackett in Denver. Me and my brother were really hoping that the Broncos would really consider him.
Yeah,
I just think he kind of has that Pete Carroll in him, where he doesn't overcomplicate his schemes, and they play hard and they play fast, and like they buy into his system really well. And I think he's a heck of a coach. And honestly, even with the he caught lightning in a bottle with Jaden Daniels, man, that's impressive what he did last year. I mean,
I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not. And we talked about it too the last show. He's all bloodied up on the sidelines from getting run into. I mean, and he's just, he's a player's coach. He's a player's coach all the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the big thing is like he's learned from his mistakes.
Right.
And, that ego is like set aside,
Well, the one thing that I will say too, just to bounce back to the Falcons is, you keep hearing about all these weapons they have. And Bijan Robinson in all statistical categories is actually having a decent season so far. Not finding the end zone a whole lot. I think people have just figured it out, the Atlanta Falcons, a little bit to be like, hey, just let Bijan run around the field. As long as, we try to put the ball in Penix's hands, he's not going to complete it. Penix is looking like, to me, a guy that's probably on his 5th or 6th starting game. Isn't that about where he's at? Because, he hasn't started a whole lot.
He's still a rookie.
He's going to have these, they're going to figure some things out. Plus, he likes to play a little loose. And playing a little loose in the NFL can come up to bite you, especially if you don't have it.
And all the experts do say it takes about 3 years to learn a system and get adapted. So, and that's the thing that I think all of us, including myself, need to slow down and just think the great ones took forever. Heck, John Elway took him about 3 years.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning first year was not great. I think the highest interceptions a rookie's ever thrown. Second year got better. Third year, so it takes time.
Absolutely.
It takes time, and us, NFL fans are not patient. I'm not patient. But so yeah, I think Dan Quinn's a hell of a coach and what he's doing there.
Cool.
So,
yeah, no, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
I think we're on the right page. Commanders, even without Jaden, I like them. So, all right, next up, I don't need to spend a whole lot of time on this. Tennessee Titans versus the Houston Texans. This is where Houston gets their win. I mean, listen, I tried to hold out some hope for Tennessee a couple times, and I was like, oh, hey, home dog last week, maybe they'll have a chance. No, it's not looking very put together on either side of the ball. Cam Ward looks definitely like a rookie running for his life, and with not a lot of options. I mean, all I was hearing was, oh, Calvin Ridley's going to take off with Cam Ward, and Pollard's going to start rushing again because of Cam Ward. No, it looks like Cam likes to hold on to the ball too long like a rookie. And Houston, there's something going on there, but this is the game to get right.
I agree with you 100%. I think the Titans are their first 3 weeks they've played very tough. You could argue that first game against the Donkeys, they could have won that.
Sure.
If a couple of the receivers, I think Ridley dropped like 3 balls, three big first downs. They honestly, you could argue they should have beat the Broncos. And then I forget who they played in week 2.
Rams.
Rams, and that was a tough game. Rams kind of like
pulled
the later
away.
Part of the fourth quarter, put it away. And then last week they played stingy and then kind of. So, but yeah, Texans are going to win this. I got the Titans covering the spread though.
Titans believer. I'll tell you what, I am not. I'm Houston.
That's a lot of points to me. Like when you got, but who knows? Maybe the Texans are enough's enough. Let's play some ball.
I mean, they have to.
There's something weird. There's something weird going on because how they started the last 2 years and how they're playing right now and how inept they are. I don't understand it.
Yeah, some of the things that the rumors kind of floating out there, and there's just rumors, and it could all just be internet hearsay anyways, is the CJ Stroud dynamic might not be clicking with everybody. And I don't know if it's clicking with coaching staff, other offensive players. He seems to like to call out a lot of people. And maybe he needs to. And well, he after the first game, he definitely called out everybody for not being, I think he said, not being professional enough, not being ready to win. Something along those lines. And when you start calling out your players, I mean, and that's great. He's a leader. I get it. He's allowed to do whatever he can. But does that mean that that's the same thing that the coaching staff and the rest of the staff thinks?
No. And here's the thing, like you call out your players in team meetings, offensive meetings, individual meetings. That's when you call out your players. You don't do it to the media. You don't ever do that to the media.
Yeah.
You don't it's the same thing when and I'll get off it. I'll just go real quick.
Yeah.
It's the same thing what Sean Payton did with the Broncos of all the hype. This is the top, one of his best 7 teams he's ever coached and blah, blah, blah. It's like, tell your players that. Don't put a target on your back. It's the same thing with, a leader on the football team. You don't throw everyone under the bus. Even the best coaches are like, yep, it's me. We're going to get back to the drawing board, give the coach's answer. I got to do a better job of preparing my guys. And then you light their asses up. Excuse me. Sorry, kids. In the meetings. And that's how it goes. And you keep everything under wraps behind closed doors. You don't flaunt it out to the media, especially in today's world. You don't do it. And so I haven't heard any of those, PJ. I'm not tapped into the wherever you heard that. I believe you because that does make sense.
And just to do him justice, I don't want to misquote CJ Stroud at all. He criticized the Texans' effort level, calling the team's attitude unacceptable and blaming players for lollygagging all week in practice. So, like I said,
perfect. You feel that way, but tell him in the team meeting.
Yeah, tell him in the team meeting. I totally agree. Listen, I got Houston covering this one -7, and I got the over 38.5. Hey, that was a lot of talking we didn't need to go into too much, but that's okay. Carolina visiting the New England Patriots. Listen, I'm going to go rapid fire this one. I like New England to win, but Carolina at a 5.5 point dog again. No, I'm taking them. I've learned my lesson. Keep the Carolina cover rolling, but I'll take the under 42.5.
Agreed. I got all the same with you. Easy pick with you. Got nothing more to add. So
yeah. Okay. Excellent. Now listen, Indianapolis visiting the Los Angeles Rams was probably at the beginning of the season not on anybody's top watch list for week 4. Woo. This has sneakily become a great game to watch, and I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a very good game to watch, and now we'll really know how good the Colts are, because this is a very good matchup. The Rams are right there. They almost had the Eagles. I got the Rams winning. I got the Colts covering, and I got an under of 50.5.
Okay, yeah. I mean, here's the deal. I've got the Rams, and I've got the Rams actually covering the 3.5. I think that this is maybe, and I'm going to be. Listen, maybe I'm wrong on the Colts, and they'll prove me wrong again. But I think this is where the bubble bursts a little bit. The Rams defense played really tough and had to eat, giving up 21 straight points at the end of that game, and I think that's going to tick them off a little bit, to be honest with you. I think the Rams come in here. I do like the under of 49.5 or 50.5, if you will, because I just think the Rams are going to slow this down and not let Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor rule this game. That's what I really think. And if they could do that almost against the Eagles, chances are they could almost do that. They could do this against the Colts.
That's a very good point, PJ. Good insight there.
I like it. So Jacksonville Jaguars visiting the San Francisco 49ers out west. Listen, Niners just lost Nick Bosa for the season.
Yeah.
They have injury problems galore, but they're 3-0. They're 3-0. So does Jacksonville have enough to take it to this team?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a very close, probably not very exciting game, kind of how the San Francisco Cardinal game was. Yeah. I just think just the leadership, the veteran of a team, the Niners know how to win. I got the Niners. I do got the Jags covering the spread, and I got an under 47.
Ooh, all right. I like you. Listen, I'm basically with you on everything other than, one thing we haven't brought up, and it's a small segue. Jacksonville, I like what they're doing. I like what they're starting to kind of click. I think Liam Cohen's starting to click on that offense. But can I say something? Has anybody put up a missing poster for Travis Hunter? And what the heck is going on with this guy? I mean, he was the number 3 pick overall, 2nd pick overall. What was he? Number 2 overall, right?
Number 2, yeah. I know he's playing. I think he's playing more defense than offense.
I mean, right there was a point. I have to look at his play usage.
I'm telling you what it is. This is just a theory.
Yeah,
is he was having some injuries during training camp, and he's been injury. He's had a lot of injuries. Like he's injured every year at college. So it's 3 years at college, 1 at Jackson, 2 at the Buffs. He was injured every year. I don't know if he's fighting a few ticky-tack injuries and they're just slowly trying to get him in, or is he picking up the offense? I don't know. He did catch a first down last week because I was watching the red zone.
Yeah.
And I did see that. But, yeah, you're right. He is disappeared, and all fantasy people, like all the experts I've heard with him is like, do not start him until he shows, like, he starts booming. So, I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think it was a concerning point at one point early in the last game that he had only played like 4 snaps. Now, I'm looking at the snap count. I just looked it up. 43 defensive snaps to 37 offensive snaps. So he's definitely playing more defense. No, that says week 3 loss to the Texans. Travis Hunter played 43. Playing. Yeah, so he's playing. I mean, he's playing
70-some snaps.
He's fading into the background, though. I mean, and for a number 2 pick overall, maybe you tell him, hey, this defensive thing was a great thing, or the offensive, whichever. I think he needs to focus on one side of the football. I think that's it.
I agree.
Because he's too talented of a guy to be like, hey, this is a guy that plays both ways, and now he just doesn't do anything exciting. Okay, well then, let's make it exciting.
He's playing 70 snaps, 70
That's crazy.
Snaps a game.
That's crazy.
No, that's a full game if you look at majority of, but yes. so they're doing the buffs thing. They're using them. I agree with you. Heck, put him on defense and then have a couple plays for him on offense. But is he really showing that he's that breakout wide receiver, though? I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so. I don't. No,
maybe defense. I think defense may be the better.
I think he's going to have to pick a lane. Basically, I think he's going to have to pick a lane, or Liam Cohen's going to have to pick a lane.
No, it's going to be Liam Cohen. It's never going to be him. It's going to be Liam Cohen.
So, I mean, but here's the deal. Overall, I think Jacksonville's going to put up some points against San Francisco. San Francisco is a hurt unit, but I think they will win a very close game. I'll take the over 47.5 because I think you're going to see some fireworks there in San Francisco. Oh, man. Here we go. Chicago Bears visiting the Las Vegas Raiders. Well, Tate, my team's playing your most hated team. What would you say about this game?
They got the Bears winning. I got the Bears covering. Well, they're going to win, so they're going to cover that. Sorry, folks. Right. I'm still not the smartest with the over.
That's all right. No, I mean, it's better to just get it clear. I mean it.
And I'm going to go under 47.5.
Well, I'm not changing my tune. I'm going Bears. I'm going Bears plus 1.5, but I'm going over 47.5. Now, last week you picked a dead clean sweep in this one, Tate. I'm okay with you if you win this one again. Listen, here's my deal. I think Ben Johnson's what he was trying to get out of the Bears, he got out of the Bears last week. He taught them too that, hey, if we just play these fundamental football on some of these things, we're going to win. This offense is looking like it's starting to get going. Raiders, I don't even know what's going on with the Raiders. I really thought that Pete Carroll would have a little bit more taken care of.
No,
I think Chip Kelly is overrated.
Yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
I think Chip Kelly's I think this is what it's shown to. Chip Kelly is a heck of a college coach. He is not an NFL coach. I think the Raiders will still play you tough. I think it's just showing you what the Raiders are. They don't have a lot of talent. They don't have a quarterback. I mean, if they get a quarterback on that team, like Geno Smith is a very good backup. He is a bridge backup quarterback. I would rather have him than Russell Wilson, but it's showing his limitations right now. Yeah, we were higher on the Raiders. I mean, to me, Pete Carroll's still going to get him to play tough, and I think they're going to be one of those teams that nobody wants to play. They're just not going to win a lot of games.
So, Tate, what I wanted to ask you with the Raiders was, what do you think of all this talk about the Ashton Jeanty usage? Is it a problem for you?
I think they should be using him more. I mean, he's their first round draft pick. I don't know the whole story with that because usually Pete Carroll's going to use his best players. I don't know if he's not picking up the playbook or what. I don't know what it is. I would be using him because the few times I've seen him rush, he's done pretty good. But I don't know the whole story. And usually Pete Carroll doesn't get too fancy or cute with it. So,
well, one of the things that I like to say is it seems like Genty's a guy that probably takes a good 10 attempts to kind of get into a rhythm.
Yeah. Most running backs are.
Right. And I'm sorry, Pete, you used to have Marshawn Lynch and you used to just feed him the ball all the time. You know, hey, you've got this kid. And it's like, I heard one time somebody's like, well, you don't want to overuse him. Don't want to overuse him. He's a rookie. Like, throw him out there. Like, what are you worried about the postseason?
I don't care who the running back is, will tell you they need to get a feel for the game and they get better as to get the flow of the game. And a lot, what you're seeing in the NFL is by this running back by committee.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's a Chip Kelly thing and him like, I need Ashton on these plays and then the next running back on these plays. It's very similar to what I've been complaining about Sean Payton. They get too complex for this. Let your players play and get a feel for the game. And so, yeah, that's the thing. But that's kind of the new age NFL you've seen in the last 5 years. You hardly see one running back the entire game, except the Eagles. You know, he'll take a breather every now and then, but like Saquon Barkley's in the game. Derrick Henry's in the game, except most recently because he's fumbling all the time. But
well, speaking of Derrick Henry, him and the Baltimore Ravens
Oh yeah,
travel to Kansas City. Which way are you leaning,
this
Tate? This is
this is
screaming to
another good
me.
one.
This is a great one. This one screams to me Kansas City, but I want to see what you think.
Yeah, it screams to me Kansas City too, because they got to win now. They got, things are starting to flow, but I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
I'm taking the Ravens by this, the 2.5, and I'm gonna say it's over 48.5. Is that what you got there?
Yeah, so I'm with you. I think the one thing that Mike Florio likes to say is there's one proponent of the game that's undefeated, and that's Father Time. And I think Father Time's catching up with some people on that Kansas City offense. Juju
Mm-hmm.
Smith-Schuster is not your answer at wide receiver. Travis Kelce obviously can't get out of his own head or ego to try to figure out what's going on with these plays. They should have blown the doors off of the Giants, let's be honest, and they didn't. Baltimore is going to be ticked off coming in. I know Kansas City's going to get loud. It breaks down to me, who's got the better weapons? Do I really think Lamar Jackson's going to be sacked 7 times again? No, I do not. And here's the other thing, too. I think the Kansas City defense is good, but, Chris Jones has lost a little bit. He's still a great player. He just doesn't have that
Mm-hmm.
game-breaking ability that he once did. And I think more of that lies with Baltimore. I think Baltimore's defense needs to start showing up. That's for dang sure. And I'm really
Yeah.
curious to find out what the heck's going on that side of the football.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like they don't have playmakers. Roquan
Yeah.
Smith, Kyle Hamilton. They've got guys left and
Yeah,
right.
they got it.
Yeah.
They do. They do. They got it.
I
can also see Casey. I can also see Casey, that we all know, come back and figured it out.
That's what I'm worried
And
about.
I'm telling you what's scary. If Casey beats the Ravens, they're back.
Yeah.
I don't care how they win. They're back, and that's my philosophy this year. We talked about last.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ready to throw the towel in KC yet.
Yeah.
And until I know they're eliminated from the playoffs, I am not doing it. But all evidence shows you that they're taking a step back. It's just too early in the year, and it's just So, but I do like the Ravens in this. So
I'm gonna go Ravens as well. I like the Ravens at -2.5. I'm gonna take the under 48.5. But I'm with you. If Kansas City wins this game, they are back. I'm gonna say this though. I think that the Kansas City bubble might have finally started to come to an end of bursting. There's just too much, and they've got the target on their back. So, and Ravens, listen, this is a big prove-it game for the Ravens.
it is
Because you just lost.
Yeah.
You just lost 2 games
Or
where
1
you
and
were
2.
winning.
Yeah.
Where you were winning.
And it's starting to show you now that it's still early, but you got to start getting these wins now.
Yeah.
You got to start getting these wins. So
Yeah,
I'm
as Cincinnati last year losing at the beginning of the season, how it helped them out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, to the Sunday night game, Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers visit the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, man. I really hope that this is a fun game to watch. It might not be so much fun. I'm really curious to hear what your thoughts are since you're such a big Dallas fan.
Yeah, I got the Packers by an easy win. Yeah, they got the spread. And I'm going to go with the over of 47.5.
Ooh, okay. All right. You liking some points?
I'm liking some points. I think Eberflus, your favorite, is definitely shown what he can do on defense and where they're at.
Well, he's shown him, all right.
And Parsons is going to be just ready to roll. He's going to be ready to roll on this one, just to shove it up Jerry's, you know what.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I got him winning, easily by 7. And, what did I say? Over 47.5.
Yeah, over.
So.
Yeah, here's what I think. I think Green Bay's ticked after losing that game. I think Micah's ticked off about, Jerry Jones and all the disrespect or, whatever you want to call it that he felt in Dallas. This is not going to be a fun game for Dallas because I think Green Bay is going to get their offense right, just like the Bears got their offense right. Now, I will say Green Bay's offense is not as explosive as the Chicago Bears right now, which is weird to say. but they play sound football all the way around. Green Bay -7. Give me the under 47.5. I'm not thinking that Dallas is going to do much against Green Bay's D. I think it might be a Micah Parsons kind of day. All right, let's roll the Monday. Not too many big games on this one. I don't even know why we're talking about it. Oh, wait, never mind. I see it now. The New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins to lead off that night. I'll lead off here. You know what?
Go for it.
I'm going to say this. Miami's got to win. They got to win something here. They're at home. The Jets are definitely playing okay football, but Miami needs this win. And if they don't have this win, it's an absolute collapse going on in Miami. I'm going to take Miami -2.5 and the over 45.5.
I got Miami as well. I got the Jets covering the spread.
Close
and
one.
I got the under of 45.5.
Okay.
And I could see the Jets coming in and beating them too, just running it down their throat a little bit. But I agree with you. This is a make or break for McDaniels, and maybe the team knows that too, and they're like, screw it. They've thrown in the towel already too. But yeah, and I'd hope they wouldn't do that. But yeah, I think in Miami, yeah, I think they're going to squeak one out.
Yeah, I just think their backs against the wall. It's prime time. They need this. They need to prove something to somebody, and they've had a lot of time to get this game prepared too. By the way, so hopefully they got some magic going. All right, it's all come down to this: the Cincinnati Bengals visiting the Denver Broncos. Mile High.
I'll let you go first on this one.
Listen, Cincinnati is in trouble. And that was not a great game that they played against Minnesota. Absolutely. Shocked how bad Jake Browning looked, especially for someone that's been in that system for a while. This is not going to get any easier going to Denver. It is not. Denver's defense, I believe, is pretty legit. I know they've lost a couple tight games. Listen, this is a game to get right, especially on prime time. I think Sean's going to have something up his sleeve. I'm going to take Denver. I'm going to take Denver -7.5, and I'm going to take under 45.5 because I think Denver's defense is going to be stingy.
Yeah, I can see it too. All sports radio talk is that the one thing that's going on with Bo Nix is his speed. He's not setting his speed. He has a super wide base. It's throwing off his shoulders. He's rushing stuff too quick, and that's indicative of last week not really having the offensive line protect him very much. And also all the pressure. I think he is feeling the pressure of how good the offseason talk was. But I do like this matchup, especially us losing the way we did the last 2 weeks. I think, and they're at home. And like I said last week, if somehow something goes bad in this game, this town is gonna go crazy because I'm telling you, like it's already the talks there of like what the heck is going on. But like you said too, they lost 4 combined points to 2 really good teams. Yep, I like Denver. I'm gonna take I'm gonna have Cincinnati covering the spread on this one. And I think just because of mop-up time at the last 5 minutes of the game. And I do like the under of 45.5.
Okay. Well, folks, at this point, that will wrap up week 4, the P's with PJ and Tate. We had a little technical difficulties. Tate had to jump on his phone, but we appreciate everybody for paying attention out there. Hey, we got a heck of a week of football ahead of us. I can't wait to recap it early next week with my big guy, Tate. Other than that, Tate, any last words for us?
Nope. Have a good week. And football's back already Thursday night. So
Thursday night. Here we go. All right, folks. Other than that, we are out of here. Good show.
Yeah, hopefully we got this